Alright, this will be episode 9 of No Such Thing. Feral cat, no such thing, because there is no such thing as a feral cat. And what we're going to do today is we're going to try to make a quick video and end this hypocrisy and this divide in the animal advocate community and get people united and get some work done, get things back on track from where they were back in the 60s. Okay, so we'll start with, there's a difference between animal advocates. There's two different kinds of animal advocates. One is the people who believe that as long as they keep the animals from being extinct, going extinct, and they save some of them, you know, we've saved the planet. That's not true. And as long as some of the dogs and cats are saved and not euthanized and are subjected to animal cruelty, then we've stopped animal cruelty. That's not true either. And that's one kind of animal advocate. The other kind of animal advocate are the people like me who believe that every animal has a soul. It suffers from cruelty and it has feelings, and it is just like a human, and its life should be protected just like a human's life, and that every animal has a right to its life, and you can't hurt them and you do anything to them. You know, I think it comes from the Native American roots and that I have here, but I feel like that, and I'm not like those other people. We do not pick and choose which animals live and die. You know, that kind of mentality should have died with Hitler, but it still seems to be alive. And we need to end this hypocrisy in the animal advocate community, and we need to get back to where everybody understands what the program is. So I'm going to read some of the things that I've written so that this will be a short video. Big groups have become the good intentions police instead of helping the animal advocates who are saving cats. People suggested putting up cameras to catch the cat killers, but I'm the second kind of animal advocate, and I'm not going to allow my cats to be hurt or killed to prosecute someone. I don't want them hurt in the first place. You know, would you let your kid be used as bait to catch child molesters? Of course not. So I just wanted the cats needed to be rescued to a safe location, and the big groups I contacted should have been demanding the sheriff enforce the animal cruelty laws and keep the cats safe until they could have been moved. You know, not helping the cat killers criminalize kindness to cats. The big animal advocate groups were too busy selling TNR and playing politics with the authorities to stop the killing or protect the cats. These big animal advocate groups have completely lost sight of their founding objective, which is to protect any animal from animal cruelty, and they are defrauding the public out of their donations by not using the money to keep all animals safe, no matter what the situation is and no matter what the political opposition wants. Are you helping? Yes, he's helping. Look. You know, here comes Ragged Ear. You know, now that we know that the cats are being brutally tortured and killed by cat haters who target TNR cats, the big animal advocate groups are morally and financially responsible to take the next step in this revolution of kindness to cats and back and fully fund TN Sanctuary and the 5 Essentials of Life Right to Life program. The big groups need to stop their discrimination against cats and be held responsible publicly when they fail to respond to a group of cats in distress. And having not outlawed trophy sports hunting for its cruel intentions after the animals of the earth having been killed down to nothing should be a sign to everyone that these big groups have failed the animal advocate community. And not fully backing the cat caretakers, then helping prosecute them after they monopolized the donations and refused the cat's help is a sign you are not doing what you tell the public you do. You know, this is no such thing as a feral cat. You know, give your money to your local cat caretakers. They are the only ones saving lives and stopping cruelty to cats. You know, we are the Hatteras Cats Rescue Mission Fund on GoFundMe, and I'm going to go forward whether you donate to me or not, because I am the second kind of animal advocate, and I believe that these cats have a right to live here on Earth. And if I have enough time left on the video, I'll say this one thing. There are 3 lies that are killing these cats. One is that they are feral, untamable cats, which you can see is nothing but a lie, and that they should be treated as wild animals, and they shouldn't. And you should protect wild animals too. They have a right to their life. But that's a first lie. The second lie is that they don't need food and water every day, and that they can find it on their own. That's a huge lie that's killing them, that's starving them and causing people like us to find them and having to help them, to stop them from starving and stop the cruelty that Tea and Starve is doing. And 3 is that by fixing them, you've stopped their suffering. You haven't stopped any suffering by fixing the cat. You've just, you know, performed an extinction program. Now, if there was a 4th lie, it would be that cat haters don't exist. The big groups don't want to offend anybody, so they don't acknowledge that cat haters exist. But it's a culture just like the KKK, and these people pass it down from generation to generation, and these people kill cats, and they target TNR cats, and all you're doing out there is marking them so that they know which cats that the authorities won't care that if they get caught killing them. And that's what happened here on Hatteras Island. Nobody cared about these cats, but somebody obviously did care. I did. I went out and documented everything that was going on and called the authorities out for not doing their jobs. You know, what good is it to have animal cruelty laws if all of these little redneck counties don't enforce them, or that you make so many exceptions to them, or you're going to call these cats feral and treat them like they're targets for you to shoot at with your guns? You know, this needs to stop. And the animal advocate community, I'm not here to point the finger. I'm here to end this divide and get everybody back on track from the 60s. You know, saving these animals' life is what this is supposed to be all about. And stopping cruelty, if there is any cruelty left, then we have not succeeded in stopping animal cruelty. And having a law is nothing if these animals are still being subject to animal cruelty. And we are Tea and Starve, and we are the 5 Essentials of Life, Right to Life program. And I just want you to know that there is a 3rd program, and it's called the Johnny Appleseed program, where we go in and we buy land and keep it from being used for hunting and turn it into food-bearing plants for the animals to live in. And then when an animal's a nuisance, it can get released onto these properties like a sanctuary and have food and water, and hunters can't get to them to hurt them anymore. And that's what's going to happen to save all these other kinds of animals on the planet. And there's going to have to be TN sanctuary or sanctuary for all animals, because there isn't much left of the animals on this earth to save. And the first kind of animal advocates are standing in the way and helping the authorities and blocking the second kind of animal advocates from completing their task, which is actually saving the animals' lives. I'm Dan Felix. Thank you.